In this video, which is part 25 of how to create a custom candlestick chart in Chart.js, we're going to work on solving this part here, that when we zoom in here like this, as you can see here now, the Bollinger Band doesn't overlap on the left side of the chart area. It will stay within the chart area and doesn't go outside of its borders. So if I select this again, you can see this will work nicely, and if I reset it, it goes all back to its original state. So let's start to look how to do this. So now let's start to look at the next part, and basically it's this here. So that is the final item that we need to solve, or at least when we go like that. And then we're going to put in this. You can see here this part that looks horrible. While the moving average works nicely, the Bollinger Band needs to be solved. So to do this, we're going to scroll down to the indicator plugin, and let's look for that. Custom scale, crosshair, and indicator. Alright, so now we are here, and then what I want to do is basically within this area, because this is the Bollinger Band, and before I even do that, I want to make sure I grab here this code, very similar as above here. So I'm going to copy this, and right now I don't have a solution for this. I guess we can put it very on top or somewhere, so we don't have to duplicate it, but that's alright for now. I'm just going to accept this flaw, and you can always fine-tune that or refactor that into your own preference. So then I'm going to just paste that in there, and we have this. And it's basically the same logic, only slightly different with some parts here. So what I want to do here is basically this here needs to eventually match whatever the date index is, which is the minimum value. So we're going to put it in here. Next, what we want to do here is we're going to put it as well in the bottom. And this is when we're going to the Bollinger Band, because we want now the starting point will depend on the moment where we have our what the minimum value would be. And then we have that for this for loop. We have to look here, and let's see, we need to work on this item here. So what we're going to do here, date index plus 1. And afterwards, once we did that, what we need to do here is within this for loop, we're going to look as well, and we're going to play around as well. But then, because here we start at whatever the value would be depending on the minimum value on the X scale. So if you're going backwards here, this should also depend on, not on 0, but on the date index. And the date index here, we probably don't have to do a -0, -1, or +1 as well. No need for that, just only this value here. So then we have this. Let's save that, refresh. So then I'm going to select something, put in the Bollinger Band. Alright, that looks very, very nice. As you can see here, as we do this, it does recognize the adjustment, and if I reset it, it will reposition itself nicely to the very beginning. Alright, so now we're done with these two flaws that I really had like an eyesore for, that really had to be solved. Now, that will be the more exciting part, is we're going to work on another chart below here, or basically it's in the same chart. That's what we call an oscillator or some other type of chart. So we're going to work on that in the next video.